between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Ready.
Throwing to start here is Tua. Throw out wide to Walker. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then ramp. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Bridgewater on 1st down. Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. That was complete. He finds Sharp. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now this throw caught left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge, 68 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Jason Myers
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Bridgewater. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. And incomplete. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 21-0 our score after 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Swift is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Lions get a bit closer. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play fake. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Bridgewater now from the 50. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now in his 4th year, you still have to marvel at the type of athlete that DK Metcalf is. Honestly, unfair to ask some corners to lock this guy down. And as we know, not many can. 75 catches, a career high, 12 touchdowns last season, and a 1st down with that catch there. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we're seeing in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball. But they brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. First down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Got his man. It's Williams. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 2 and now on 1st down. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're good.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Bridgewater. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The end result, 21 yards.
On the set.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
On 2nd and 10, Tua throwing the out route incomplete. It's Walker, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First down throw for Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Bridgewater. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Ready, ready.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He's able to find Melton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Here's Tua. This pass complete to Melton. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Tua going to throw.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
He's airing it for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Bridgewater.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
That's good for the Lions.
Bridgewater again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Bridgewater on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Steps away to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Let's go.
To throw again on second down.
Tua
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, 30 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Levi Onwuzurike getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Tua. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Ready, ready.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So first and 10 now from the 30. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker III. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and play some ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle and taken down just shy of the 40. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Bridgewater to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Trey Brown. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught. Lockett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, just like last play.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw into the hands of Fant.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw is Tua. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Tagovailoa looking to throw him. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer.